in recent days been telling people how I've had to rebuild my intuition a little bit as a data scientist because my knee-jerk reaction as a data scientist is to gather some data and train a model. Maybe that maybe a generalization, but not so far off from the truth. But now with these models, I can solve a lot of the problems that I need to solve without doing any training at all, but doing this sort of engineering and processing around the information that goes into a generative model so it produces the right thing out. So some of this, we can give some examples maybe of generative models and how this works out in practice. So maybe I want to generate an image, a lifestyle image for a product, something like that. I could take the product description, I could take some other elements like some instructions and form that into what's called a prompt input to a model like Stable Diffusion, DALL-E, Midjourney, something like that, and say, generate an image for this product, and you inject the product description and make it black and white, set in New York, photorealistic, something. So you can see I'm constructing a prompt where I expect the completion of that prompt or the thing generated out of it to be that sort of image with that's grounded in the product description. So that's one example where you would insert that and you would actually get an image, that image out. And I've done this with my wife's products and it works quite well. Of course, you could also do that with text, right? Let's stick with the marketing example. Maybe I want an ad now to go with my lifestyle image that I'm going to run on Facebook. And so I could use a model like one of the GPT models from OpenAI, or I could use Cohere, or I could use the Falcon model that was introduced recently, which is a large language model. This is a type of LLM, or a type of generative model, excuse me. And I could put in a prompt to say, hey, here's my product description and I want to run a sale, something like this, generate some good, like a good Facebook post for me or a good Instagram post. And the output of that, the completion or the generation out of that is what's going to come out. And now I have an image and I have ad copy for that. That doesn't, as we mentioned, that doesn't have to be what we limit ourselves to. There's music generation models now, and you can describe the mood that you want to put behind maybe a video corresponding to that ad and generate music out. And maybe I want to convert the image to a video. I could generate video content out of a prompt and add that in. So you can start to see how chaining all of these things together, multiple calls to these types of models, can produce really magical output. And that I think is what's dominating this current wave of AI that we're in.